You're listening to the PipeBombPodcast with James, Nick, Gigi, Josh, Sam, and Tom. Ring the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you are listening to another show from the PipeBombPodcast, and today we are bringing you a top 5. We should have some sort of like achoo thing on. That'd be pretty cool for us. This week's topic is top 5 women we want to see in TNA. TNA has been not the greatest of things right now, but we can add a couple bit of spice in, better people. So I'm Sam Pele, and obviously I'm not on my own for this top 5. I have Mrs. Zayn.
Yes, the queen of the Sami Zayn fandom. I am here.
Hi, Brandi. How's things?
They've been kind of thingy, but it's a lot better now because I'm sitting around talking wrestling finally.
We're glad to have you back on. It's fun. We miss you.
I missed you guys too. I would see the chat and be like, oh, I want to talk. I'm so busy though.
I want to talk, but I'm busy.
I would just have like random little comments I would throw in, and then like it'd be another 3 days before I said anything else.
And you're like, yeah, mute, bye. Oh, well, it's great to have you back, and it wouldn't be a top 5 without the king of top 5s, or should I say the queen of top 5s, Lady Nicholas Aiken.
Hello! Yes, I'm excited to do another top 5. If you guys haven't listened to our last top 5, the Lucha top 5, that will be up top in the corner, so go click that. Don't waste your time. But yeah, I am here. I am so excited. Like Brandi, I'm just had kind of a rougher week, so I'm excited to just sit down with my gals and talk some wrestling. And like we said earlier in the show, TNA can get all the help they can get, so...
Yeah, so, Dixie, when you listen to this, like today on Twitter, we've seen a lot of posts about all these re-signings of people, like Robbie E and all that kind of stuff. You're losing your good talent to NXT. So you need to kind of, get some new ones in, and we're going to help you out here by suggesting some people.
You know what, Dixie? We may be a little brash, but we're going to get you together on this top 5. Okay?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we like some of the talent on TNA. They're not
Oh my God, yeah. They're great.
So we're just trying to help out Dixie, so you listen to this.
As wrestling...
Brandi...
Oops, sorry.
Huh?
As wrestling fans, we want promotions to succeed, and so that's what we're here for, is to give you some insight of what fans would actually like to see.
Exactly, and we've had a lot of support from other independent companies like Lucha Underground and a lot of the independent girls like Mandy and Hanaya, and it's been incredible. Especially some of the NXT talent like Dana Brooke.
Oh yes, Dana's been so fun. And obviously our godmother, Alundra Blaze, she always gives us...
She is.
She's awesome.
Yes, but we've just been getting a lot of kind of interaction with these people on Twitter, so thank you all for that. But Dixie, get it together, girl.
Get your stuff together, girl.
Yeah, so let's start this top 5, Sammy.
Yeah, well, Mandy, not Mandy, just because you're Mandy, and it's called you Brandi. Is this your first top 5?
This is my first top 5, yes.
Okay, well, you can start us off with your number 5.
Okay, so this is
Kick it off.
Pop that cherry.
Ta-da! Okay, with all the fanfare involved here. My whole premise behind what can help TNA is that TNA definitely needs the support of talent, pretty much. It's like, you've got to put out a great product, and so a part of having a great product is to have great athletes. And one way that I think that they can do something really interesting is to kind of take a cue from how NXT was doing the Evolve crossover and do a crossover with other wrestling promotions. So my number 5 is GFW Women's Champion Christina Von Eerie as a cross-promotional champion. So her show up with the GFW title and be heralded as a champion, as a traveling champion, and maybe have some exhibition matches leading up to maybe an exhibition match between champion versus champion.
That'd be cool.
I love that idea. I feel like TNA needs all the help they could get with that, and it's like a cross promotion to get more eyes on the company. If there are fans of GFW that are not really into TNA at the moment, it would just be good to have that collaboration. And like you mentioned earlier, Christina Von Eerie is she's a great worker, so it'd be awesome just to see another champion, another dynamic in that company. So she's not on my list, but she's a great choice.
She's on my honorable mentions.
Oh, yay, good. She looks like no one else they've got in TNA right now. She's been in TNA before as a member of Inc., like we talked about before the show. And so it would be nice to see her come back and actually have the champion push behind her. And I mean, it would only help both divisions. Like, the women's division is what makes TNA, I feel like that's what's been carrying them through the last several years at this point, is the women's division. So throw your money behind your women's division, because WWE just keeps getting up there and up there and up there with their women. So if that was your moneymaker, you might want to check that.
Yeah, they totally should. Christina Valeria is a great pick. When did she win the title? I didn't know she was champion. I thought it was still Mickie James.
It's been several months. She doesn't defend it as much as, like, for instance, Charlotte defends the women's championship. But she's been the champion, gosh, I want to say since January, if not a little longer than that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Nikki, number 5.
Yes, my number 5, a little bit different. I feel like this is a different type of woman that I could see really, like, being the future of the Knockouts division, and that is Miss Kelly Klein. So, if people are not familiar with Kelly Klein, she is part of Women of Honor, a little Ring of Honor side promotion that they have there. And she's just a dominant kind of type, Ronda Rousey type of character. She's a great amateur wrestler, and I feel like her down in TNA would be really cool. I'd kind of like have Maria bring her in as an enforcer to kind of like deal with the like Jade or with Gail Kim or anybody that's getting in Maria's like backside. So I feel like Kelly Klein, her submission is like a guillotine choke, so she's just could be that very dominant character that TNA seems to be lacking at the moment. So she's my number 5.
She got kind of like MMA sort of gear, like what she wears. Or
yeah,
does she wear like women's attire?
She wears women's attire, like, but it is kind of, it's like sporty. It kind of gives me like Nikki Bella vibes.
I've never like seen Kelly Klein. I've seen her on like the Women of Honor stuff, but
right.
I've never watched a video, ever seen her name pop up.
Interesting. Well, I feel like she's one of the up-and-coming talents. Like, I don't think she has too many years of experience, but I feel like she's up-and-coming, and I feel TNA should snatch this girl because she's got a beautiful look to her, and I feel like there's just a lot of investment behind this girl. So,
yeah, that'd be cool. Brandi, any thoughts on that?
I think she would be a great addition, and like Nick said, I could see her being one of the faces, if not the face of the Knockouts division, and she would definitely be qualified for it.
Oh, that's quite good.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. So my number 5 isn't actually an indie girl. It's someone that's already signed, actually with WWE.
Okay. Explain this.
Okay, so I just think, with this current crop of the NXT women, it's not that they don't fit in. It's just that I think they can do better, because I think from what I've seen online of this girl, she likes the hardcore kind of matches. She likes ladders. I'm talking about Aaliyah.
Aaliyah?
I don't think she would last as long in NXT or WWE. I like Aaliyah, I really do. But I think she would thrive more in TNA, where the matches seem to be a little bit more aggressive. Because I've seen loads of like ladder matches and stuff with her on YouTube. I think they're not going to get that there in NXT. Does that make sense?
I hear you that this girl's probably not going to get a ladder opportunity, but to be fair, I haven't seen too much of her work. I did see her match with Carmella on NXT this week.
Well, I was so impressed with her this week, and I kind of wanted to take her out of my list because I was like, maybe she could fit in.
I feel like James has like a really cool idea for her. We'll probably talk on the next episode, like storyline idea. I don't know. I feel like she's a good fit with WWE, but I do see your point. Like, out of the current crop of NXT girls, she's kind of like the afterthought.
Yeah.
She is. She's really treated like an afterthought, too. I've actually seen several of her independent matches, and she is definitely a little athlete. She can definitely go for it. My biggest problem with her is that because she is so young, I feel like she wouldn't be as vocal as maybe she should be. On Breaking Ground, she came across as really reserved. And I don't know. WWE is a machine. So and a lot of times the most successful people are people who come forward and say, hey, we have this idea. Like, that's the whole premise behind the New Day. Just several different people. Hey, this was our idea. Let's run with it. Kind of deal. And I just see her, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I did a little thing when I had my Miss Wrestle blog channel where I specifically did a fashion thing, and because I love the ring gear and talking about the ring gear, and I had dreamed up all these different ring gears for her because I don't know. I love her, but her ring gear is so basic.
Oh, yes.
I just think that she could do so much better in another company.
Well,
I'm just worried for her because the next couple of NXT women right now, and I'm sorry, I know we all love the brand, they are not hitting it with me right now for the women. It just doesn't make sense.
Really?
Yeah, for 1 week we're seeing Alexa take out, I don't know,
Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah.
And the next week we see Carmella versus Aaliyah, and the next week we see Nia against someone else. There is no cohesive storyline for these women right now. They're just showcasing the women.
Right, but I mean,
they're bringing in all of these other, like all these girls from Evolve and stuff like that. But you've got young talent like Aaliyah, even I'd throw Athena in there, Daria, all down in NXT live shows, not getting nothing.
Yeah, and that goes back to, is WWE really capable of creating talent, or are they at the point where they have to buy talent?
Listen,
I've seen that article today as well. I totally agree with that.
Listen here. NXT has been giving us really good matches, really good character development with all of our women. It's really been the starting point of changing the Divas division to the women's division, right? So
yeah.
I feel like they've never fucked up lately. They haven't fucked up at all, really, and from what I'm concerned. So I feel like these women down there, I get your point. I totally get your point. Women like Liv Morgan or Peyton Royce or Aaliyah, Athena, and Daria, these women are capable and should be getting these opportunities, but I just feel like give it time, because I feel Aaliyah's so young in her career. Like, you can do so much with it.
Let's look at it this way. With NXT, the roster is bigger than it's ever been with NXT signings, right? Is 1 hour once a week enough anymore for NXT? Is it time to maybe have another show, maybe that comes on like a Saturday or a Sunday that also showcases NXT?
I agree with that. I think they should do a separate show, but not add a second hour to it.
Yeah, no, because that's really intense for like one wrestling fan sitting down and watching all these new people for 2 hours. But an hour, you can be intrigued by it.
Yeah, 2 hours, but like separately.
Yeah.
Like an hour, like twice a week. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I think a 2 hour block. NXT has got it nailed on the head with the 1 hour situation. They basically have
it's just like
match with a little bit of like background, like backstage stuff. It is focused on the ring work itself, I think. But the women are frustrating me because I want them to do better. We all want them to do better. And I think if Aaliyah moved out, it's not necessarily a loss.
I can see that.
Do you know what I mean?
It would
That's
be
why I put her on my list.
It would be a loss to lose her as far as her talent goes, but as it stands now, it wouldn't necessarily be a loss for fans. What they need to do, I suppose, is what they're gonna have to do, like to build when they built Sasha, Bayley, and all them. You know, they had those 4 women working together on a storyline. Right now, they're just doing matches. When they finally get into the groove of, okay, here's a storyline, and we're gonna run with this storyline, everything like that. That's when we're gonna start getting emotionally invested in those characters again.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel NXT is great, so just give it time. Like, we'll get these storylines. Like, I do have a great idea for NXT in the future with the women, but we'll talk about that on another show, because this is a TNA Top 5.
This is a TNA Top 5, and we're getting all NXT related. So, Brandi, number 4.
My number 4, and to the ire of Gigi, I'm going to say this, is Candice LeRae.
Oh, there you go.
She was giving you so much heat today.
I didn't take it as heat, but she, you know, I get where Gigi was coming from. Gigi's like, Candice is good enough to be in WWE, and I was like, damn straight, she's good enough to be on the main roster. The problem is that WWE has not picked her up, and it's not like Candice hasn't been a huge indie darling for a while now, so that led me to question, like, why aren't they picking her up? Is it because, like, the biggest spots we remember with Candice are ones where she's with Joey Ryan, or when she's taking these insane bumps? The E is not hot on the women mixing it up with the men, or the men putting... Unless it's Stephanie. Apparently you can just, like, beat the crap out of Stephanie and it's fine. But you can't touch the other women, so I was thinking, you know, I want Candice on a platform where she is seen by a lot of people just to help her grow. You know, she's worked in NWA, she's worked with CZW, and she's got the ability to take bumps like I have never seen a woman take.
Oh my gosh,
before.
she's an amazing athlete. Like, I definitely agree with you at that standpoint. Like, one of James's honorable mentions, I believe, was Candice LeRae for the Lucha Underground, just because, like, of her experience with Joey Ryan and her experience taking these brutal bumps. But, like, I could even see her in TNA as well, because, I mean, just anywhere, essentially, because she's a beautiful girl. Like, she's got that look. She's got the athletic ability. So it would be cool to see her mixed up with the knockouts.
When the spot where she went through all those ladders, they like powerbombed her something through all those ladders. I was just like, she's dead. She's just dead. There's no way that she's gonna get up and walk away from that.
She cannot be breathing.
But like the next day, she's at another show being awesome. So.
Yeah, she's a great talent. I must admit that she's one of the few indie girls that I actually like to watch back because she does mix up with the men and she puts her body on the line the way that current NXT girl Athena does.
Athena.
Yeah, she's great. Don't get Nick started on Athena.
I know. Don't get me started. I will praise that girl all day.
Aww.
I love her.
I think this is a great pick. Nikki?
Yes, I love your pick, Brandi. My number 4, this woman was actually a part of the Knockouts Knockdown One Night Only special, and she impressed me, that is Barbie Hayden.
Yeah.
So, if you girls are not too familiar with Barbie, she essentially kind of looks like a Barbie. She is the kind of mean girl of the indie scene, but she's a great worker. I've watched a lot of her matches. I've seen a match with her and Santana a couple weeks ago, and her finisher, I really like that Impaler DDT, like assisted by the ropes. I thought that was so cool, so devastating. And I just like her attitude, and I feel like they need kind of that mean girl down in TNA now that Taryn's gone. So I had kind of an idea of either her reestablishing the dollhouse, since she is named Barbie, and have her be the new leader, or even be the new beautiful people leader, and have a mixture of Madison or Rebel or any type of those girls down there, even Raquel, to get her some exposure with some of the other women. I just feel like Barbie Hayden would be a really good fit in with the TNA Knockouts, so that's my point.
Mm-hmm. That's a good show, yeah. Knockdown. Was it called Knockdown? Yeah, Knockdown.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, well, I haven't watched that yet, but I do want to watch it. I don't know much about this Barbie Hayden either. You really got into depth in your picks, Nikki. Tell you that.
I try to. Well, I honestly, James inspires me because on the last show, he was making all these crazy ass storylines and gimmicks and stuff that I was like, oh damn, I gotta step it up.
Oh, that's cute. I miss James.
I know, I do too.
Off, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, so my number 4, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna say who it is first. It's Deonna Purrazzo.
Okay, yeah.
This bitch needs signing.
Hell yeah.
She works her ass off. I've never seen some girl work as much as she does. But for the same reason I don't want I wanted to move Aaliyah out of NXT because there's too many women down there, I don't want Deonna in NXT because there's too much of a clusterfuck going down there. Well, in TNA, she's performed on TNA plenty of times. I think she'd thrive and do really well.
Yeah, she actually was part of Knockouts Knockdown as well. So she was another.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I love Deonna.
She needs signing. She's too talented to just be left on the indie circuit.
And the thing is, this girl's...
No disrespect to the indie circuit, no disrespect at all, because it's a great circuit. But...
Oh, yeah. And this girl's only 21 years old,
Is she?
Yeah, she's a young spring chicken. And it's just interesting to see how talented she is at this age. And it's she has a lot of personality, too, that James and I talk about it all the time, that this girl just slap a gimmick on her. Slap a character on this girl, she's good to go, because she's got the wrestling, the look, everything down. So, yeah. I love that pick.
Okay. How about that? Brandi, are you still there with us?
I am still here with you, yes.
I might say vanished or vanished or something. What's your number 3 to out?
Okay, my number 3, and you'll have to forgive me because I meant to look up how to say the last name and I forgot, but it is a woman named Hikaru, and I think it is Shida or Shida, I can't remember, but she is a Japanese women's wrestler, right? And so she's been on the... Yeah, and I feel like she could be TNA's answer to Asuka because she's been on the Japanese wrestling circuit over there for about 6 years now, and she's had some really quality and then some brutal matches, the one I was watching... it was either her opponent's nose got busted open and they still kept going, and what I really like about her is she is quite agile, but she comes equipped with this arsenal of deadly kick combinations, so similar to how Asuka does hers, but still quite different. So, it would be a really very interesting juxtaposition, I guess, you have Jade in TNA, who is kind of their token Asian, I suppose. But she doesn't
I was
really.
like, how's she gonna word this?
Yeah, I know.
I knew that was coming. I was like, this is gonna be worded.
And so I feel kind of like she's kind of stuck in a little rut there, because for me, Jade is just kind of always been just someone who was a part of the Dollhouse kind of deal, and she hasn't really got to break out. And of course, Gail Kim got to break out, but their styles are not similar to the Japanese wrestling that we get from women overseas. And so Hikaru would bring that to TNA.
What's her name again? I wanna look her up.
Yeah.
It's Hikaru, and it's Shida, and I can't remember if that's Shida or Shida. I can't remember how it's said. I meant to look it up.
We'll definitely have a look.
Yeah.
You have to send us some links, and we're gonna watch this.
Yeah, send us a link, because I actually love Japanese female wrestling. Like, it is so stiff. It's such a different, unique style. So I feel like TNA would need, like, essentially, like you said, would kind of be someone to match Asuka from NXT. So
I think people love Asuka's style, and of course they love Nakamura and the strong style, and that's what strong style is this combination of these furies of punches and kicks and stuff. And so that's what makes Asuka so awesome, as well as her technical prowess and her locks.
Yeah.
So it was.
It's a good idea. I didn't even think of thinking of Japanese wrestlers, but then again, I don't know that many of them.
that's true.
We don't know any. I'm not gonna lie. Nikki, number 3.
My number 3. It sounds like we're swimming through our TPP river at the moment. So if listeners are having a hard time, we apologize. My number 3 is one of TPP's favorites. It is Mandy Leon.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Mandy. We've said it before. She was on our Lucha Underground top 5 as well. She's one of another girl, like you mentioned, with Diana. She's just ready. She has that package, and she's just ready to be picked up by one of these companies. And I feel TNA would really be like, they should take advantage of this girl, and I feel like she's got the look, she's got the ring ability, she's really improved over the past couple of weeks. Sorry, not weeks, but past couple months. And I believe the gimmick I would kind of do with her is like, I would make her kind of the new GM of the Knockouts. So it's like, after this whole Maria thing gets done, she loses her job, Mandy could come in and like kind of be kind of like the Tracy Brooks like gimmick of the Knockouts.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like she would be really cool, and then she can mix it up with women as well, because she is a wrestler. So, but she just has that striking look to her that I feel like her in a business suit, kind of that Karen Jarrett-esque type gimmick, telling these girls how to go, where to get there. I feel like Mandy would be perfect for that. So she's my number 3.
I like that pick a lot. I like that pick so much, Nick, that it's also my number 3.
Oh, yay!
First match! Woo!
First match. Ooh.
Yeah, I think Mandy is crazy, crazy talented. In fairness, I only heard of her after we did the Hanaya interview, and she spoke about talking with mixing up with Mandy.
Yeah.
So I checked out some of her matches, and wow, this girl is incredible. It's crazy good. I think, for me, I wouldn't have that gimmick that you said, though, Nick.
Okay, that's fine. What would you do?
I was thinking more of a like the gimmick she has now, like this sort of like sexy, sultry goddess.
The exotic goddess.
That's more. I don't want to take dominatrix because that just sounds wrong. I kind of wanted to come out and be like the beautiful people, but they were obviously blonde and big boobs. I want her to be like the dark hair, but like this. Almost lingerie, but sexy.
Maybe like seductive.
And just be like, yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Okay. I couldn't think what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like that, and have her come out and be like, sort of, with trying to mix it up with people like Mike Bennett, who's with Maria, to kind of get a reaction from Maria.
I like that.
I'd have her as that way inclined. And like, try, mix it up, start maybe with Lashley, so then she can get in with Raquel a bit, and like get in Raquel's face.
Well,
have her
Raquel and Lashley aren't doing that anymore. They dropped that, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long it's been. Have her kind of, as the one that comes in, and she is not afraid to make, because she knows her beauty. She's beautiful and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So then
I like that.
So then Maria comes out with like her version of lemonade. Is that what's gonna?
Yes. So Brandi, you're number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is gonna come a shock, I think, to Nick that it's not my number 1. Because I sing this girl's praises all the time, and that is the Princess Kimberly.
Okay.
I know. So you might be shocked she's number one on my list, but like everyone talks about how the girls in NXT have led the women's revolution, and they have as far as like WWE and everything. But one of the girls that was leading the women's revolution of wrestling, period, was Kimberly. I mean, she has had amazing matches. She's had matches with men. Her partner Cherry Bomb is already in TNA. And then she holds the honor of being the first female Chikara Pro champion. So that's a huge honor on the independent scene, and it's been given to her kind of deal. Or she's earned it, not given to her. So it would be nice to see her reunite with Cherry Bomb, and it would be, I mean, the matches that she would put on, and plus the prestige. Like, I guarantee if she showed up on TNA, they would get a holy shit chant, because she is that loved by everyone. Yeah.
I love her. That's a great pick. And you know something? I actually forgot to have her on my list, because if I would have remembered her, she definitely would have been on it. I just feel like she's a great pick, and she's got such a unique look, getting a lot of hype behind her the past couple of years. So, especially now with Cherry Bomb in there, like you said, being Allie, I feel like they could kind of mix up as a tag team, or even go up against each other. I feel like that would be really cool to see her, and just because the matches this girl could put on, it'd be amazing.
What's Cherry Bomb doing now in NXT anyway?
She's now being referred to as Allie, and I guess she's kind of helping Maria right now, dealing with some people.
Because isn't she married to Pepper Parks?
Is she?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I know this. Trust me, I know him.
Kimberly is also another one who is a youngin', so she has a long career ahead of her. And she's already...
Who is Kimber?
Kimberly? Yeah, I can't remember, but she's in her early 20s, if I'm not mistaken. So,
I like that.
Yeah, she's got a long run waiting for her. And I'm like, get her in one of these bigger companies ASAP, so we can enjoy that on our TVs every week.
That's a great choice.
Nikki, number 2.
Oh, we are just flying through.
Flying!
All right, so this is a controversial pick, but I feel some people would really like to see this girl down in TNA. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
Yep.
My number 2 is Zara.
Ah!
So I feel like Zara, since leaving WWE, or being released from WWE, I should say, has kind of really reestablished herself on this indie scene, has been getting a lot of hype. She's got a great look to her, and a lot of fans have seen her as a missed opportunity from WWE, and I feel like TNA could pick that up, and they probably should have offered her a contract while they had a lot of hype behind her during everything. But she's been working on the indie scene. She's got her boys with her, this tag team. So what I would do with her, I would sign the entire trio and have her kind of come in similar to Selena's when she had her LAX group, but have her kind of be the head bitch of the group and dominate in the tag team division with the guys, because I feel like we need a little bit more managers in TNA, especially with the women. I never see any women on the outside aside from Maria. So I feel like that would be really cool to have her in there with her boys, and she could stir it up, and she's just got a great look to her, and so I feel like it would be interesting to just see her mix it up with the knockouts. So that's my number 2 is Zara.
I like that pick. I'm not going to talk about that right now, though.
Okay, all right then. Who is your number 2 then, Sammy? Or what do you think?
I wanted to hear about Brandi.
Yeah, what do you think, Brandi? What do you think of Zara coming in?
I am going to choose not to talk about that too.
Oh!
At this moment.
Okay, well, there you go, Sam.
Okay, on that note,
who's your number
2 is... So, I mentioned it to you both earlier that I included someone in it that I didn't want to include, but this week itself made me have to include her. And I feel really bad saying it. So, this week in WWE, we lost 2 ring announcers. And this is kind of the month where they sort of do the call-ins and get everyone out. Am I right?
Right.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Cameron needs to have some sort of TV time.
Oh.
And I'm happy to see her in NXT, in TNA. I'm happy for her to go there.
So Cameron is your number 2.
Cameron is my number 2.
Interesting.
And this girl has grown since Tough Enough, since the whole "my favourite match is Alicia Fox and Molina" comment. She's grown so much, and she wants to learn. I think when she got put on Total Divas, that was her this is, I'm now famous and X, Y, Z. But then when they got rid of her on that, I think that was the reality check that she needed to be like, oh shit, I'm going to lose my job soon.
Yeah, when they were
she got humbled so quickly.
Yeah, when they were like, we're going to go with Naomi, and so now you're going to be down here. And just thinking, like, going forward, seeing as how they have mishandled Naomi's character, like, I'm sure that doesn't give her much hope. Like, oh shit, they can't even get Naomi
but
right.
She's putting the work in. She's trying, you can tell. The only thing that you can't tell she's trying on is on her Snapchat. Shows that she's really not trying. But she wants to wrestle.
Yeah, I had asked that question because the last time I saw a photo of her, anything to do with the WWE or in the ring, was 9 weeks ago on her Instagram, where she was like teaming with Naomi and Tamina at some live events and stuff.
Yeah, and they were like, Team Bad, ?
Yeah, and I don't understand why they didn't run with that a little more, because I was really excited at the thought of seeing her and Naomi together again.
Yeah, I think if they don't try and sort of run with this, I'd like to see her in I keep saying NXT. I'd like to see her over in TNA. I think she's a great talent. She's learned so much.
I think
she's been here for a while.
And I think that she could come in as that, like, trash talking, like, she'd be an awesome manager there, because it would be awesome to see her, like, tied up with Maria, because Maria is a trash talker in her own right, but she's very, like, she's the queen kind of deal. She's very regal, and so to see Cameron be like, girl, hold my earrings, it's going down. I would love that.
Exactly. Well, I know, like, a popular opinion within TPP is to have Cameron team with Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
So I think they could take her over to TNA, not NXT, TNA, and have that a rivalry with Maria and Mike Bennett. She will be the one that challenges Maria's mouthpiece, and that's what I want to say.
I would though make sure that they put her with someone who delivers, because she can stand up there and talk all the trash she wants, but if the guy that's like with her that's representing is not a good wrestler, no one's going to give a shit. They're going to be like, oh, you're just hyping this man who can't get it done.
I think she would thrive so much over there, though.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see her in TNA. I never thought of her, but...
Because, like I said, with Aaliyah and Deanna, there's too much going on down there in NXT. She's getting forgotten about. They're using these random girls.
Yeah, if you want to think or talk about an afterthought in the NXT women's division, it is Cameron.
I think it's getting to the point where Cameron isn't even an afterthought. She's just not even a thought.
She's not even a part of the division.
Exactly. So I think that she needs to...
Because I don't even think she's working live events at this point anymore. Like,
no,
down in NXT, because I did see her a while ago, but I haven't seen anything. So, it would be a different career opportunity for her to go down TNA, and you know what TNA is like; they like to pick up other talent. So it would be interesting to see her mixed up down there.
She's my number 2, though. I think it was a good choice.
Okay, good number 2.
Okay. Before we carry on,
Brandi, what was your number 2 again?
Mine was Kimberly.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kimberly. Do you run down your 5 to 2, Brandi?
Okay, so at number...
And then give us your number 1.
Yep. At number 5, we had Christina Von Eerie as a cross-promotional champion. Candice LeRae was number 4. Hikaru, and we don't know the last name, was number 3. Number 2 was Kimberly. And my number 1, and the reason I wouldn't talk about it earlier, was it's Zara Schreiber. She is my number 1.
Ooh.
And because I feel like she is like the friggin' hottest free agent out there right now. Because with wrestling, yes, we need good wrestling, but we also need people who can tell a story. And who has a better story to tell right now than Zara Schreiber? There's the reports that her and Seth broke up kind of deal. There's a lot. And she recently started doing a blog. And then when Chyna passed away, she was very vocal about how, about fans. She's been very vocal about how fans act like they know you and how they put all this pressure on you and they judge you and they throw all this hate at you every day. And she was very vocal about how people should start taking responsibility for the things that they say to people kind of deal. So I would love to see her come in with her boys, like you said, and her really embrace that kind of deal of being like, you've all had something bad to say about me. You've all judged my whole life, all these things.
You know what? Sorry to cut you off, Brandi, but you know what she's been giving me vibes of is like Lita when all of this Matt Hardy Edge drama came out and when like the crowd just hated her. I feel like she could really be the modern age Lita in TNA.
She really could. And like, I would love to see her drop some pipe bombs on the IWC and break a little kayfabe, because like I feel like wrestling fans, we're in an era right now where we're starved for something more gritty, more real, more. And that's why everyone talks about the throwback to the Attitude Era, because you know you loved Stone Cold and how he was like doing the things that you always wanted to do to your boss. Well, I would love to see Zara say the things that like all the wrestlers and all the wrestling fans want to say to other wrestling fans that are always giving everybody hate. And plus, how awesome would it be for her to friggin' use the curb stomp on somebody?
Yeah.
It would be
That's what I want to see.
It would be like, F you to my ex-boyfriend, F you to my ex-company, just F all of you. Just curb stomping
awesome.
people all over TNA. So, yeah, she would definitely, because I watched a promo she gave where she was talking about how, like, she's always had a plan kind of deal. And I just think that was a great theme to take with her, like, I've always got a plan kind of deal.
Was that when she left the room?
Yeah.
She talks about it, like, sat down. Oh, yeah, I watched that. I like that. That was good.
That's such a good point. Yeah, like, I would love to see her in TNA. So, yeah, she's your number one. That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay, Nikki,
All
you
right.
run down on your one?
Oh, yes, I'll do my little rundown. So, my number 5 was Miss Kelly Klein as a Ronda Rousey type character, Maria's enforcer. My number 2 was Barbie Hayden, who would be the new leader of the Beautiful People or the Dollhouse. My number 3 was Mandy Leon to be the new GM of the Knockouts. My number 2 was Zara, similar to Brandi, having her come in with her boys and just running rampant through the Knockouts division. And my number 1 is actually, Samuel, your number 3, I think it was, and that's Deonna Purrazzo.
No, that's my number 4.
Oh, you're number 4, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Deonna is my number 1. Kind of just reiterating what you mentioned earlier about her. She is just the total package right now. Like I mentioned, she just slapped a gimmick on this girl, and from what I really noticed during the Knockouts Knockdown is that she had a match with Madison Rayne. I won't spoil anything for people that haven't watched it, but
I will watch it tonight.
Okay, but she showed a lot of diversity and range with her character that she could portray, so I really want to see her down there mixing it up with these other women. She's beautiful, and I feel like she could just keep and go toe-to-toe with just the rest of these girls and just, like, mesh so well, and I feel like a gimmick down there for her just being the woman, being like, I've traveled all around, I'm experienced now, and I'm coming for your title. And kind of the no-holds-barred type gimmick, I want her to go in there and just mess stuff up. So, Deonna Purrazzo, girly, TPP loves you, and you are my number 1 pick for TNA.
I like that. Well, she's on my list, so of course I'm going to like her.
Right.
Okay, so my list was number 5 was Aaliyah. Bring her in sort of like cast iron, and she's just better after nothing. Number 4, Deonna. She can do anything. She's an all-around brawler. I'd have her as like a brawler kind of character, I think. Number 3, Mandy Leon as the sultry woman. I don't want to say womanizer. That's the wrong word. What did you say? Seductive woman. That's the one. Number 2, as Cameron as a angry mouthpiece. Number 1, we have a triple. It's Zara.
Yeah.
She's also my number 1 as well. So, Nick, when you said it was controversial, I was like, nah. I want to see Zara. I think online, I struggle to find a lot of matches of hers, I'll be honest. I just see her kind of do, like, managerial work or promo work.
Right.
I'd love to see her in ring ability, and, like, exactly Brandi said it, hit the nail right on the head. It was a bigger story than Zara.
Right. And we mentioned earlier how interesting it would see the dynamic of Cameron go up against Maria. It would also be really interesting to see someone like Zara go up against Maria or Cameron. It's 3 distinct women who would be excellent in a managerial role. So different, you know.
I love that.
I love it too. Well, we definitely know who's going to be the cover.
Is it going to be Zara?
I think there'll probably be 3 of them, like we did with the Lucha one, just to kind of give a shout out to a couple of them. But Zara, girl, you are definitely on our number 1.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think if they don't snatch her up soon, they are foolish. She might end up in somewhere like Women of Honor, maybe.
Yeah, Women of Honor, Ring of Honor. I could see her in Ring of Honor with her boys. Or, like, even Lucha would be kind of cool. She's just got such a cool look to her that it's like, it'd be a shame if any company didn't pick this girl up.
Well, who exactly are the boys?
I don't know.
I feel like James would know a lot more. James, do you really just know is like what time she breathes and eats and
That's
everything.
true.
James
Yeah.
loves
Oh, sorry,
Zara.
sorry, Dad, right now.
Oh, Zara and I, we just got back from a concert.
Wherever he is right now, he's like, he can hear us talking about Zara. He's like, did they just mention my girl on TPP? I think they did. That's how big of a Zara is. But you know, I liked Zara, and then the whole controversy happened. I was like, none of my business. I don't care. Like, and I thought it was really terrible how people did her. But you know, when she came out with her blog and stuff, I read that and I was like, wow, like this is how terrible we are. We take like the one thing, or the couple things that people do bad, quote unquote, in the public, and we judge them so harshly for it. And when you read Zara's blog and you see what her life was like, and you see how she's come to where she is, and like I love how real she keeps it on her Twitter, especially now that she doesn't have like, you know, the WWE kind of deal, which I guess in the past it might have been a good idea to maybe not be so real on your Twitter, but
Yeah.
but now she's really. I always like it when I see a celebrity or someone like be like, you know what, I am a human. Like, this deification, this idol making you've made of me is not who I am. You're talking about the brand. This is who I am as a person, and you're attacking me as a person. So.
Exactly, and I feel like there's been so much controversy in wrestling with many individuals and men in the past that it's like, because I feel like just because she's a woman, she gets all this negative, derogatory hate towards her, and it's just about time to let go, because she is continuing, and it shows that she still has a passion for wrestling after WWE, so it's like, let her just continue to shine, and I feel like TNA would be a perfect spot for her to pick up on that.
It does. I really want to see her succeed, because as a woman, I'm really tired of like society where, oh, you were the other woman, or you're the woman in this, so you're definitely getting all the heat for it. And I'm like, you know, it takes two. But
Right. I mean, Seth is just as responsible.
But like,
so.
he got to go on. He didn't lose a push. He didn't get fired. He got to do all of that. And I know that Zara was ultimately fired for the stupid things on her Twitter and Instagram, but at the same time, like, the women just get punished for that so bad. Look how long it took for people to finally, like, come back around to Lita. Of all people, of all women in wrestling, it took, like, 5 to 10 years for them to come back around to Lita.
Talking about, like, coming around with people, prime example is China.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
China is a great, like...
God rest her soul. Like, it's took her to literally die for people to forgive her.
Yeah, well, I made this comment to someone else, like, the WWE gives no, like, compassion to these women, I don't think, because really the only woman I feel like ever went away and, like, kind of burned the WWE and actually got to come back was Sable.
Oh, yeah.
And if you listen to any of Vince Russo's, not Vince Russo's, Jim Cornette's interviews anytime, I love listening to Jim Cornette talk, but he talks about just how into Sable Vince McMahon was. He was really like a big fan of how she looked and thought she was super sexy. So that might be the only reason really that she got the second chance she did.
I can see that.
I mean, you
Well,
know.
the second chance wasn't exactly the greatest thing ever.
No, it was kind of...
A flop. It was almost as bad as Gail Kim's second run.
Oh, well, let's not go that far. That's a woman who deserves to just keep staying in TNA. Gail Kim, you are like the queen down there. So
I love Gail Kim though. I think they just didn't treat her right on the main roster.
That's true.
If I get into that too much, it'll start frustrating me.
They didn't, and we were all terrified when Asuka came that they were going to do to her what they did to Gail Kim. We were like, oh Jesus, please don't do this. And I'm so happy to see that they've let Asuka run how they have.
Oh, Asuka's been amazing lately.
I'm loving Asuka. I don't, but this can be controversial. I've seen Jack post it. I don't want Asuka and Nia. Not yet.
What? Well, we'll talk about this afterwards. But let's talk. About our honorable mentions.
Okay, honorable mentions. So, Brandi.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing honorable mentions, so I didn't think of any.
Okay, well, we'll give you some time to think a little bit, and we'll talk about ours. So, Sam, let you go first.
Okay, so I didn't want to say Hanaya because I think Hanaya is better than TNA.
Okay,
but then I think that's I don't want to make that as a read towards the girls that we've mentioned and the girls that show us love, like Mandy. Mandy is brilliant as well. I just think her character would be better fitted. TNA.
I see. I got your point. Yeah.
So no shade to Mandy. Mandy, I love you. But honorable mention was Hanaya, Crazy Mary Dobson.
Oh yeah.
In a weird way, Melina.
Oh, wow.
Because she's just so ratchet looking now. I just want to see her do something.
Oh my god, you just want to make fun of her. Stop.
Yeah, those shoes. Oh,
No, don't bring that up.
Brandi, did you see the shoes?
I didn't see those shoes. What?
Oh my god, I'll have to send a picture of the shoes after this. It's hilarious. Sorry. And then my other one was, like, for a similar reason, if I was going down, like, the Cameron and Aaliyah route, Summer is drowning.
God, you were just trying to get all of the WWE girls to TNA.
well, the ones that are kind of not doing well but deserve to do well, I think would thrive in TNA. Like Cameron and I'd probably say throw Summer in there too.
I don't understand how
I
you...
still feel Summer still has some.
I don't understand how you mess up Summer Rae. I mean...
That's like
I love Summer Rae.
That's like random as hell. I'm sorry.
Why? Go on, tell me why.
I see your point about being misused and that maybe TNA would use her better, but like all the women, I feel like Summer, I don't know. I feel like there's other women that could just replace her in that role, and that she still has so much more to give in WWE, so I wouldn't give her up.
But whether she gets the chance to is the question.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we say that about half the women on the roster. It took Natty how many years to get this title push? So
too many.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Summer still has some opportunity. But just like random choice, but okay.
Go on, Nick,
Okay, I have 3 choices. So my first one was Leva Bates.
Good choice.
Actually, on the I could hear myself.
You could hear yourself.
Okay. So Leva Bates on the indie scene, she's very like cosplay driven. So I feel like all these different characters and stuff, her gimmick coming in, she could like dress up as like, I don't know, like Spider-Woman or something, and people would be like, who is this mysterious person? She could like cause some stuff and like just come in different characters each week to then reveal who she is and like.
Oh my god, she could dress as the other girls.
Yeah, she could do that.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
So that would be one of my options. I had Beta Scott as well. A lot of people aren't the biggest fan of Beta Scott, but I actually really like her on the mic. I feel like she's really...
She's a Wall Street girl?
Thank you. I like Beta Scott too, and like I feel like maybe on a show or something like that, people were on TVP or maybe in the chat, people were like, "Ah, Beta, she's so typical."
Well,
and I was like,
yeah, James is not a big fan of her, but I've been watching some of her stuff. She is okay in the ring. It depends on who she's working with, but I really like her commentary and her kick value. I think like her timing's really good, and I feel like her as like this little quirky assistant to Maria would just be hilarious. So I would have Beta Scott. It's like she was my other honorable mention, and my final one was Awesome Kong, just to bring her back, kind of like have the issues out of the way, and like I loved Awesome Kong, what they were doing with her as the leader of the Dollhouse, and then that kind of flopped. So I don't know, I love her, and I just don't think WWE is going to pick her up again. So I just see TNA get her back. So those were my...
I'm looking.
Yeah, I know. So those were... But I mean, it's happened 4 times. 5th time charm.
well, I was just kind of thinking, it's like, you know, I see... Do we know if Evie has actually been signed to a developmental deal in NXT?
No.
Because, I mean, I really like Evie. She's got a lot of promise. And so...
She's cute.
She is cute.
Of who?
Evie.
Was she the Newsy girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think she would be a great talent for them.
I do too. Maybe not even an enhancement talent, just a talent itself. Because, I mean, she's really good ring, and I'd like to see kind of like a smaller girl. But, I mean, there are a lot of small girls in TNA, so...
Yeah. I don't know about mock skills, so I don't know if she has any. So, I was trying to think of...
You just pick up and go,
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, well, there's people like Madison Eagles, there's cheerleader Melissa, there's people like that. We could put Saraya Knight on there and just throw every fucking body for a loop.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Saraya Knight doing something on TV anyway.
I feel like she'll do some type of storyline with Paige at some point in the future.
I wish they would.
Yeah, she could.
I was hoping that when Paige was having her kind of stuff with Charlotte, that they would have Saraya be in Paige's corner at one of the interviews, but I remember tweeting it. I was like, please do this for me. Please. WWE.
Just do it. But yeah, well, I think that was a fun little top 5.
I think so.
I know, did you enjoy it, Brandi?
I did. I enjoyed it. A whole bunch.
Well, this is the first of many.
Yes, and listeners, if you have any other ideas, I think maybe our next one we will do, and maybe like top 5 women in NXT, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe something completely different. Like, I feel like these were our 2 main ones we got now.
Yeah.
So definitely, listeners, support this. Go and tweet the girls our ideas. Comment down below. Comment down below and see like what women you would like to see, what kind of storylines you would like to see in TNA. Because like we said, TNA needs all the help they could get. They've got a great group of athletic, incredible, talented women down there. So it's like having the other women, and like Brandi mentioned earlier, the Knockouts division was what was really keeping TNA alive for so many years. So it's like it's about time to put back that investment after losing all those big characters like Angelina Love, Mickie James, Tara. So
is Angelina just not coming back?
I think she's kind of done. Maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe she will pop back again. So.
Oh, you know who we didn't mention on this? We didn't mention Sue. Pikachu. We did not mention
Oh yeah. Sue Young. I love Sue Young, but I had a cool idea for her for Lucha, so I kept her off my list for that.
Okay.
And if you want to hear that cool idea, go and watch the top 5 of Lucha.
Yes, that will definitely be up in the top right corner. You can just click on that, and it will send you right to it. So, but thank you guys. That was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you both. I've really enjoyed myself. It's been great to be back doing the show with you both.
Yes.
We've all had a bit of time off. TVP has slacked.
Well, it's been a busy time of year.
We've all got stuff going on. After WrestleMania, it's the tax year. We've all got stuff going on.
Yeah, we
the
got
tax month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, girl.
So Brandi, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Miss WrestleBlog. That is currently all I'm doing right now. Is TPP and my Twitter. That's it.
There you go.
Oh, cool. And Nicholas?
If you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter at PrincePipeBomb and Instagram at PrincePipeBomb.
Can they see your tacky nails there?
Bitch, don't even try it. You know what? The constant shade, Brandi, that you are when you're not in the chat, when I get like undeserved shade from Samuel, because I know the type of nails that he could paint would be ratchet. So.
I know. I saw someone say something about your nails. I was like, I love Nick's nails. They always look so gorgeous.
You.
I think it was just because of the first time you did it. It was like
okay. Granted, the first couple times I did them myself, and they were horrible. But
they're getting better. I'll give you that.
And I have a girl that does them every once in a while too, and they are fabulous. And you and James are petty little bitches that like just come at me about my nails. So I am over it.
Oh well. Whatever. If you want to follow me online, I doubt you will because I'm horrible to Nick, and Nick is like the golden child.
I am apparently the king of TPP.
Are you the face? You're the face of TPP? And then
well, that's what LB Clash of Kings referred to me, and I had an argument with James one of these days.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so he's one of my loyal listeners. I love him.
Oh my gosh.
Well, little angel. So if you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at sampele_. And then don't forget, we've also got our actual Pipe Bomb Podcast Twitter itself, which is @_realpipebomb. Follow us on there. Message us, and the girls will get back to you all. We never leave a message unread and unreplied. That makes sense. We get back to everybody. We love everybody.
We love everybody on there. Even if you are a little messy, we will still talk to you on there.
Exactly. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Anyway.
Yeah, this has been so fun. And thank you, Brandi. I'm happy that you were finally able to join our top 5, get a little kiki with you.
I know. I'm finally in the family. I've been like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, we've been like waiting for your papers to come through. So.
They're finally here. You're one of us. One of us. Well, thank you very much, and don't forget like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.